Now that our scene is decorated, the next thing that we need to do is set up our dungeon gate. So our dungeon gate is going to be a portal, essentially, that allows us to travel between our base world and our new environment. Now, if you're using a different base scene, you just need to add this to your current base scene, because you will need another dungeon for your new, or another dungeon gate for your new dungeon. If this is your first dungeon, then just follow along exactly with how I do it. We just want to make sure that whatever base scene we're working out of, we have a portal to our new snow dungeon. So if I go to our prefabs folder in resources and then find environment, there should be a prefab here called Dungeon Gate. I'm going to click and drag that out into our base scene here. And then this you can put wherever you like. Think of it not like a decoration, but again, this is going to be how you access that dungeon level where you'll actually get to like fight enemies and stuff. So I'm going to put mine over here in the corner, just like this. Move it down so the bottom lines up with the snow a little better. There we go. The next thing that we need to do is go into our Dungeon Gate script here on the Dungeon Gate object and update the scene name and the dungeon loading image. So if you remember in the first step, we added both our base scene and our snow level scene to our build settings. So in the dungeon scene name, we're going to use the name of the scene we're going to. So in this case, this Dungeon Gate will take us to our snow level. So we're going to say snow space level. And then we need to add a loading image onto this guy as well. So if we go into our environments folder, you'll see a snow loading screen object. We're going to click and drag that out onto our dungeon loading image field here on the Dungeon Gate script. Once you've got that done, go ahead and save your scene. And then now we need to move to our snow level scene and update the Dungeon Gate that's already there. So if we load this scene, we can see, we have enemies and stuff here, but there's this Dungeon Gate here. We want this to go back to whatever base we're using. So in this case, if you're new this month, you're probably using the snow base. If you're with us before, you might have a different base. So whatever base scene you are operating out of, you're going to want to use that as your scene name. So in this case, I'm using snow base. You could be using like cave base, castle base, something like that. But we want to use whatever base scene we're planning on operating out of. Once we've got our scene name in, we can go back to the snow environments folder and once again use the snow loading screen. Now, if you're using a different base scene, you can grab the loading screen out of that environments folder instead so that it matches the scene you're loading, but that's kind of up to you. Once you've got that done, go ahead and save your scene.